Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to live coverage of the 2024 National Beat Baseball Association World Series here in St. Charles, Missouri. We are back for day 2 of competition. We are at Slices Complex in St. Charles, Missouri. David Benny alongside Rosina Foster. The pool play games are now in the books. The brackets have been redrawn, and we are about to start the double elimination portion of this tournament, all leading to the championship game on Saturday. We are back at Field 12. This is the first of 2 Game of the Day streams here from the National Beat Baseball Association. This World Series presented by Mind's Eye Radio and the St. Louis Lighthouse and sanctioned by the National Beat Baseball Association. So there's a 16-team winners bracket now as we start double elimination, and our first game of the day is the 7-10 matchup. The 7-seed New Jersey Titans and the 10-seed Tyler Tigers. Both teams won 2 games and dropped 1 yesterday in pool play. The New Jersey Titans coming out of Pool D, and the Tyler Tigers coming out of Pool A. So, Rosina, we're back. It's almost 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time back here at Field 12, and we're about to get this one underway. This should be a good one between 2 fairly evenly matched teams.
So we are getting ready to have the coin toss here, and as we have all the team captains come up with our plate ump, I just want to thank our sponsors for this game, which will be IFB Solutions, New View, Oklahoma, Beatball Nation, Jared Reynolds, Fantasy Camp for Youth Foundation with Major League Baseball, and Hannigan Realty. We'll come back with more information on them a little bit later in the game. We have the captains are now shaking hands up in front of us at home plate. The Tigers are wearing black jerseys that have black and white tiger stripe sleeves, and the Titans are wearing their light gray jerseys with dark gray sleeves and the large shield emblem on the front with the Titan or Spartan-like helmet.
The Tyler Tigers come out of Tyler, Texas. Their team managers include Larry Reed and Gregory Roberts. Their starting pitcher, LZ Haskett. This is a team that has been competing in the National Beat Baseball Association since the 90s, and they have gradually over the years improved. For a very long time, the Tyler Tigers were sort of in the bottom tier of competition in beat baseball, but over the last decade or so, they have steadily climbed up the rankings, finishing in the top 10 last year. They finished 10th overall, and that's where they are seated coming into this double elimination. They feature Ron Jordan, one of the best lefty sluggers you'll see in the game, a 2-time All-Star, and they feature some defense with Tim Chappelle and L. Darnell Williams. For the New Jersey Titans, they are the 7-seed coming into this double elimination. Their only loss yesterday was a 14-8 loss against the Philly Fire, and they played very well against that powerhouse Fire team. They are led by their head coach, Nestor Gonzalez, their pitcher, Steve Denome. Players to watch for the Titans include Zach Turner, their leadoff batter, one of the faster players in the sport, and Randy George, who got the only double play recorded in yesterday's competition. He did that against the Panthers to end the game. In fact, it was a walk-off double play, if you will. He is their defensive specialist.
So we did just have a coin toss. Tyler Tigers did win the toss. So you can hear them out on our first base to our right side as they huddling up to get ready to head out into the field. You have the Titans on our left on the third base side preparing to go up for their first at-bat.
So these two teams, again, both played 3 games yesterday. They have not played today. There were 4 games at 8 o'clock this morning. So since there were 20 teams in the bracket, 1 through 12 received a bye in the play-in round of double elimination, if you will. 13 through 20 played one another. Winners, all of the higher seeds won this morning. The Cleveland Scrappers defeated the Sirens. The Atlanta Chaos defeated the Braille Bandits of Palm Beach. the Minnesota Millers defeated the SGV Panthers, and in a walk-off nail-biter, the BCS Outlaws beat the Boston Strong on a game winner by Hillary Oswald. And you can hear in the background both teams revving it up on either sideline.
They are just about ready to finish up their chance. They're getting themselves completely psyched up for this game.
This is intense. These teams are both loud and fired up and ready to go. They were out here early practicing. They know what's at stake. The winner of this game will play the winner of the Gateway Archers, the 2 seed, and the BCS Outlaws, the 15 seed. The loser of this game drops down to the playback bracket, or loser's bracket, if you will, and that's a long road back if you drop one on Wednesday. So this is an important game as we start double elimination play. There are 7 other games going on at this time around the park. We'll get to some of those as we go along. The Tigers will be in the field as the home team. The Titans will be first up to bat. New Jersey Titans lineup looks a little something like this. Zach Turner, the all-star, hopeful anyway, will lead off for the Titans, followed by the wily old veteran, Marvin Morgan. And then the youngster, Damian Gonzalez, the coach's son, one of the most improved players this year as he continues to grow. He was very young when he started playing. And then a couple of Titan cornerstones with Lamont Bordley, Alfonso Harrell, and then rounding out the order, the Long Island Bombers top player. The Bombers couldn't make it, so he's a Titan this year, Joey DeJesus. And Randy George, of course, one of the better shortstops in the game, is the designated fielder. Steve Denome will be pitching, and again, Nestor Gonzalez, he got an all-star invite last year. He coached one of the teams. He is the head coach for the Titans. The Titans are a newer team than the Tigers. They formed in 2016, and their best finish at the World Series was 5th back in 2021.
So we do have the Tyler Tigers are now making their way out onto the field after their blindfold check and getting the Titans are getting theirs. I just want to mention to you all about IFB Solutions. If you are either job seekers or employers that need either work-at-home customer service roles or reliable call center workforce, IFB Solutions can connect you. If you are job seekers, please email at careers@ifbsolutions.org or call Brent Burkholder at 336-245-5611. If you are an employer, contact Shannon Satterfield at ssatterfield@ifbsolutions.org or call 336-618-0115. That is IFB Solutions. Have a couple practice tosses in here from the pitcher, Steve, up here to Nestor, who's going to be the catcher as we wait for everything to get set up. Zach is already patiently waiting to get his chance up at home plate for the first swing of the game.
The Titans have had plenty of competition already this year. They traveled out to Norman, Oklahoma to play in the Sooner State Invitational back in April, finishing 3rd in that tournament. And then, of course, they played in the Beast of the East tournament out on with all the East Coast teams, finished 3rd behind Philly and Boston in that tournament. So they are competitive, just trying to kind of get over that hump to be in that, top 6, back into that top tier of the league. And they think they have a chance this year. They could take a big step today. Here we go. Game on, Rosina.
So Zach has now got the bat up over the shoulder. He's warmed up. And just a tick going underneath the bat.
Zach Turner can flat out fly, and he is a Bergen Catholic alum. And if you've heard of that school, it's because of football. They're nationally renowned.
And just over the top of the bat.
Contact can be an issue sometime for New Jersey, and we'll see if they can keep it consistent today. That's very important.
It's going to be a short pop up. And that is not going to be fair, as he's already at 3rd.
You see how fast he got down there to 3rd base? He's probably one of the top 5 fastest base runners we've got today. In fact, I think he finished runner-up in the last fastest man competition that we've had at the World Series there a couple years ago, behind Gerald Dykes.
Nestor walking Zach back up to home plate.
And if you saw our games yesterday, you know that these fields are good defensive fields. These fields are running slow, and so good base speed is important.
He took a pass on that, listening to it intently as it came by.
4 strikes, and you are allowed to take 1 pass ball.
It's going to be a bouncing grounder onto the left as he runs for first.
He's there.
Oh, he's out.
Oh!
That was from number 24, Carlos Black.
So she made that call over toward the third base line, and it was first base he was running to. That was a close play, but the call is out.
So
I
she
thought he had
was
it beat.
walking partway down the field as the ball was headed over there. So she was pretty close on call.
She had to call that from a long way away from where he was running to the base, but she called it right away.
She is checking
And
with the
she
first
is
base
checking.
and the outfielder.
I thought she would, because that was a long way to have to see the base runner from where she was way across the field. Was that Tim Chappelle that got over there to make that play?
No, that
No,
was
who came up
Carlos
on that?
Black.
Black.
He's short left.
And they reversed the call. See, that's why it's important for the umpires to confer. I mean, she had a real tough, good angle on the fielder, but a long angle on the base runner, and she checked over there like she's supposed to. And that's a run for Zach Turner. Good start for Jersey.
First run up on the board for the game. This will have Marvin Morgan up at bat as we get the base check.
Marvin Morgan, before he lost his eyesight way back in the day, was a professional football player. Spent a year or 2, I believe, with the New York Giants. He is a pretty big, imposing figure there at home plate. He was actually an all-tournament performer at the World Series back in 2021 with a team called the USA Legends.
Oh, just sliding over the top of the center of the bat.
He is one of the eldest, or if you will, most senior players to ever win an all-tournament award at the World Series when he did that 3 years ago.
Again, just slide. Oh, he's a little bit angry there as he brings the bat down to home plate.
You can hear the air behind that swing. He's got a really good, hard swing there.
And it's going to be a short little pop-up coming right back to him.
Nice breeze today, Rosina.
It finally has. Much better than a stale, stagnant air. I think he might take a pass here. He's just resting easy at the plate. And taking that pass.
So each batter has taken a pass ball so far in their at-bat in this game for Jersey. I don't think you'll see as much of that from Tyler. Ooh, and he struck him out.
Just underneath.
Ooh.
Oh. It's going to bring the youngster Damien up to the plate with his blue baseball cap on backwards underneath his blindfold.
Damian Gonzalez, and he is a perfect example of how the Cool Project, or the kids of our league, can work and work effectively. He was 11 years old when he started playing beep baseball. He's now, 15, 16 years old, and he's been gradually, growing physically and of course mentally in the game. He's going to be a star for many years to come. And you just have seen the improvement every year, and it was, so hats off to the kids program we've got.
It's going to be a high pop-up over into right, almost right on the line as he runs. Oh, and he tripped over Chappelle, I believe, as he was headed for the base. We did not have a call out. The ball was just a couple inches inside the line.
Was the base runner in the baseline, or was the... Let's see what we got.
They were both right, basically on top of the line.
So, who's the interference on, and is it a run or an out? That's the
He
question.
just barely tripped over his hand as so let's see.
But that was a fair.
It was fair. It was
Ball.
just a couple inches inside the line, and they were both right on the line.
Well,
I
is it an
believe
out?
That's going to be an out. I believe.
Okay. They called an out, so they said that he was at least angled a little bit inside the baseline, because otherwise that would have been a run.
So this is going to bring up Lamont for the Titans.
And that's really too bad, because that was a good hit by Damian.
Field is ready.
Wow, so we've had 2 close plays here already in this game. 1 run and 1 an out on an interference.
And just over the top of the bat. Again, just over the top. It's going to be a grounder into center as he runs to first. And that is going to be number 24 again, Carlos Black. Remember that he didn't actually get that out last time because they called him up.
He gets credit for this one, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run on the board for the Titans on Zach Turner's hit, and then 3 straight out. So we go to the bottom of the first. Tyler coming up.
So this is going to bring the Tyler up to bat for the first time as the Titans head their way out into the field. And as they do that, again, thank you to IFB Solutions. Whether you are a blind individual looking for employment or employers that need reliable call center workforce, IFB can connect you with skilled visually impaired professionals who deliver top performance and low turnover to enhance your customer service team. Please get a hold of Brent Burkholder if you are a job seeker at careers@ifbsolutions.org, or if you are an employer looking for a workforce, call Shannon Satterfield at 336-618-0115. IFB Solutions.
Our officials for this game, Jordan Sibson is the umpire for the game, and Sylvia Redmond is our official scorekeeper. The start 28 for 4, and that would be for New
That is
Jersey.
going to be Wally is in for Damien.
So Damian's coming out. You wonder if he was a little banged up or anything at all, because he's usually a solid starter on both sides. He was the one who collided with Tim Chappell, who will be leading off. The Tigers batting order looks something like this. Chappell will lead off, Ron Jordan batting second, Roy Hutchins bats third, L. Darnell Williams will bat fourth, Alex Barrera fifth, and Carlos Black will round out the batting order. LZ Haskett is the pitcher. He is a good one.
So we do have Tim up at home plate, getting a couple hard practice swings across the plate as Jordan checks the field to see if they are ready. Getting that.
Tim Chappell came up with a team called the Columbus Midnight Stars out of Columbus, Georgia, and then he was away from the game for a few years and now back with the Tyler Tigers.
Just over the top, a little bit arcing there over the bat. Just rolling up over the top of that into the mitt of the catcher. Gonna be another strike. High pop up into mid-center as he runs to first. And he is going to be out. That is Lamont Bordley, I believe, with the put out for the Titans.
Yeah, boy, this grass is really knocking balls down a little bit there, and they're able to get to that. That was a decent hit, too. That's 1 out. 8 mid on the put out. That is
Oh, no, that
Bordley.
was Darnell
That was
Williams.
No, Darnell's, yeah, no, that's, let's see, 8 for Jersey. No, that's Lamont Bordley, you're right.
Is it?
Yep.
My line's
Williams,
messed
looks
up.
like 8 for Tyler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got
So
two
I guess-
number 8s there. That's
Yeah, Lamont.
so that was Bordley. 1 out.
Looks like Lamont.
Now you've got Ron Jordan.
He is a left-handed hitter for the Tigers.
He's got home run power. He's hit a couple before in his career at this World Series. He can absolutely crush the ball when else he can get it on top of his bat.
Have a little bit of movement out there, adjusting the defense out. Nestor moving a few more over to a little left, the ones on right field.
Yep, they do. They're playing a lefty shift on him. He is a pull hitter. Most of his power is going to be middle and right. Nestor adjusted his defense accordingly.
Just over the top of the outer edge of the bat.
You know, so over the top. So he's aiming for the top of that bat. They want air under this.
High pop up into mid centers. He runs to first. Zach Turner over there with it, and Zach has that put out.
Well, they got what they wanted. They got plenty of air under it. Maybe not the distance they were looking for, but look at the defense coming out for the Titans. First Bordley and now Turner. And Randy George, their best defender, hadn't even gotten a play yet. And there's 2 outs. Still 1-0 as we're just getting going here, bottom of the first. Now Roy Hutchins, the former BCS Outlaw and Houston Hurricane, will now come to the plate wearing number 7 for the Tyler Tigers, looking to tie the game here with 2 outs, bottom of the first.
Also has his very discernible eye mask he has. It has the image of eyes on them. Getting a base check. Just underneath that. Again, just underneath the bat. A little bit of an arm shake there on the pitcher as he walked back. I think he swung just a little bit early on that one.
Yep, if I was Jersey's defense right now, I'd be watching that third base line.
And that's going to be another strike for an out. That is going to bring the Titans back in for another chance at bat with a 1-0 game as we head to the top of the first.
We've seen some good defense both ways so far, Rosina.
A couple contested things there with a base run call there, and then double checking on that first. Thought it was going to be an out, but ended up being safe. And thank you to New View, Oklahoma. It's not what you can see, it's what you can be. Since 1949, New View, Oklahoma has empowered individuals who are blind or have low vision, maximizing their opportunities for independence. They have 3 primary ways: comprehensive clinic and low vision services, meaningful employment opportunities, and engaging community programs. For more information, contact nvoklahoma.org, empowering individuals who are blind or have low vision.
Oklahoma, okay. And Newview has really burst on the scene in the last couple of years in the beat baseball landscape. They were a big part of putting on the World Series in Norman, Oklahoma last year, and then they were the presenting sponsor for the Sooner State Invitational back in April, which people will remember for many reasons, on the field and the storms that we had that came through later that evening. Is certainly one of those tournaments that if you were there, you're never going to forget it, and Newview did a great job, and apparently we're going to be doing it again next year, and I plan to be there again. It's just a great thing that they do in central Oklahoma with employment opportunities and kids programs, and now beat baseball. Here we go, top of the second.
We have Alfonso Harrell up at home plate for the Titans. Swinging just a little bit early and underneath that ball.
And Harrell is pretty much a dead pull hitter. So
a grounder almost hitting the pitcher as he runs to first. It's short, scrambling for it, and they're going to have him. That is going to be out by number 1, Timothy Chappelle.
And he's a dead pull hitter unless he mishits it like he just did there and hits a ground ball right up the middle. Easy play for Chappelle. 1 out. Defense is still looking fairly tight right now. There's putouts coming from multiple players on both teams on these defenses.
This is going to have Joey up to bat, left-handed batter for the Titans from the Bombers.
He is from the Bombers, and he played with the Bombers this year in the local tournaments in the Beast of the East, and he played very well from what I saw with the Long Island Bombers. He was probably their top contributor in the Beast of the East, as they took 4th in those tournaments. The Bombers did, and we hope to see the Long Island Bombers back next year.
Steve Noem waiting for the call from the field. Has that face mask on as a pitcher. Joey feeling the front of home plate. Quick smile and joking there with Nestor behind him. And a nice pop up into mid-right as he runs, and it's going to be foul. He was about even with the ball as he headed down first.
That would have been a tough play if that had stayed fair, but he'll come back and do it again. It's just strike 1. There are, as we said, there are 8 double elimination bracket games going on right now. This is the 7-10 game. The winner of this game will play the winner of the hometown favorite, Gateway Archers, and the upstart BCS Outlaws, who now have won 2 games in a row. They beat the Millers yesterday in extra innings.
It's going to be a strike as he goes right underneath the ball.
Second strike, and then BCS won that walk-off game earlier today.
And ball going just underneath the bat.
On the other side of that bracket right now, you've got the Indy Edge and the Atlanta Chaos and the Boston Renegades taking on the Oklahoma Lookouts.
Taking a pass is staying.
We're full. Denome working very quickly here.
And it's going to be a strikeout for Joey and the Titans.
That's 2 outs, and now back to the top of the lineup, and Zach Turner, who's 1 for 1. He scored the only Titans run and the only run for either team so far in this ball game. Just quickly rounding out the rest of the action going on here at 11 o'clock today in this double elimination tournament. On the top side of that bracket then, you've got the top-seeded Indy Thunder taking on the Minnesota Millers. You've got the 8-9 game is the Chicago Comets, who we saw yesterday, against the Austin Blackhawks.
And it's going to be a strike.
The 2 Houston teams squaring off in the 5-12 matchup, the Heat and the Hurricanes. Remember last year the Hurricanes knocked them off in that very game.
Another strike.
And then the BSO Philly Fire, the 4 seed, are playing the Cleveland Scrappers. The winners of all of those games will meet at 2 o'clock this afternoon in the quarterfinals.
It's going to be a grounder short to mid-left as he runs for first. They're scrambling back to go get it. And she's calling him safe. It's another run, both by Zach Turner.
Both on close plays, and, speed kills. He beat them both by a half a step here, and he's 2 for 2, and that's 2 on the board now for the Titans. They lead 2-0.
He looked pretty happy as he was running back towards his bench over there in a nice, easy jog. Definitely has to be happy with that. This is Marvin Morgan up to bat for the Titans. A little bit of talk there between Nestor and Steve. We have that base check. That breeze is starting to come a little bit stronger now. Just barely coming off of his bat there over foul to the right.
It seems to me the breeze that we do have, although it's not a strong one by any means, is blowing each kind of right to left and out. So maybe out to left field. It's just enough to cool you off a little bit, but not enough to mess with the players at all.
Just underneath the swing.
And we've got another ball that just, I believe,
just went off.
Just went off.
Underneath the score tape.
So well,
there was a little bit of sensitivity on that ball right before the game as they were doing their practice runs. Hard hit over foul to left. Almost sounded like a cracking noise as it flew away from home plate.
That's the power of Marvin Morgan, but he turned on it and he pulled it foul. That was clubbed. We only saw one home run yesterday, and that was by Caleb Wright, young player for the Indy Edge, but he's a St. Louis native. He gets dinner for two.
Going to take a pass here, listening to that ball goes by.
For that, and then we had one double play, and it was by a player who's playing in this game here today, Randy George from the Titans. Wheel.
It's going to be a strike because he slaps his hand against the bat, heading back to his bench. A little bit of disappointment there after his first round at bat as well.
Yeah, you don't like it when you make really good contact on a foul ball and then you have a clean swing and miss for a fourth strike, and so that's frustrating. But that's the end of the inning. One more in, so Zach Turner's done all the scoring so far in this game. 2-0 Titans heading to the bottom of the second. Tigers coming up.
And again, thank you to New View, Oklahoma. They are empowering individuals who are blind or have low vision. They accomplish this in 3 ways: comprehensive clinics and low vision services, meaningful employment opportunities, and engaging community programs. Since 1949, they've empowered individuals who are blind or low vision, as they know it is not what you can see, it's what you can be. For more information, visit nvoklahoma.org.
Did you know we only had one lower-seeded team win yesterday in any of the 30 games that were played? And that was the one we called yesterday afternoon, the 6-seed Heat. Knocked off the 5-seed Renegades. Other than that, everything has gone chalk to this point. Not saying that'll continue, but that's where we are right now. Higher seeds have won everything.
So the field is set. Up, yeah. Waiting for the vehicle to leave.
Got the veteran leading it off. L. Darnell Williams, formerly known as Larry Williams in his Chicago days. He was a big part of several of those Chicago teams back in the 90s. Chicago Cobras, prior to that, Chicago Bluffs, helped start what became the Comets. Back then they were called the Via Fastar Comets.
Quick tap of the bat on home plate, and then up over behind. Just over the top of the bat.
Williams is one of those with well over 30 years now of time in beat baseball and still playing.
Just barely over the bat on that one.
Yeah. I admire these gentlemen who can play into their 50s and 60s in this league. I got to 20 years in the league and 40, and I pretty much retired to the booth.
Pop up mid center as he runs to first. They're scrambling for it, and I believe that is going to be Lamont Bordley again with the out.
Second put out of the game. Williams not quite the speed to the base that he once had. And so 8 mid is Lamont Bordley, his second of the game. 1 out. Titans still pitching a shutout here with their defense.
So this is going to have Alex up to bat.
And this is another Long Island Bomber who is playing in this game. So there's, so New Jersey's got 1. They've got DeJesus, and then the Tigers have 2. This is one of them, Alex Barrera, and then Edgar Erickson, who's the DF in this game. He's also a Long Island. So even though their team couldn't make it, several of their players are here.
Elsie just came up with a little bit of instruction there for Alex. And then back ready.
Here we go.
Ball dropping low underneath the bat.
Here we go. Set. Ready. Ball.
Pop up short center as he runs to third. It's gonna not be fair.
Randy George was charging that one hard.
Randy and Alfonso Harrell both were right up there and on top of that.
They'll walk it back.
He's taking his time to walk that back. Elsie's going to go back, heading out to bring him back in.
Carlos Black is on deck for the Tigers. If you're just tuning into the stream, we're in the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 New Jersey Titans. Both of the runs coming by way of Zach Turner hits. We will have a quarterfinal game at 2 o'clock. We don't know which one it is yet. We'll let you know. It'll depend on the results here today. I have an idea of what it might be, but last year we were a little, I was a little bit premature, and then we had a big upset. And those two teams are playing right now. Last year it was the Hurricanes over the Heat. Those two are hooking up again. Houston versus Houston.
Ball was high over the bat. And again, high over that, and that's going to be out for Alex.
Well, that's tough. You don't want to see strikeouts. There's been a couple of them now so far, and now it'll be up to Carlos Black, who's a good hitter in his own right out of the 6th spot. When I saw their lineup, that kind of jumped out to me. I expected Carlos to be one of their top 3 hitters, but he's in the 6th spot. Don't let that fool you. He's got plenty of scoring potential with Elsie.
He's been doing some good work there on their defense out in the field as well.
If he can score here, he would turn the lineup and bring the tying run to the plate. Sort of a pivotal spot in this game here.
Couple slow swings across the plate and ready.
Here we go. Set. Ready. Ball.
A little bit late on that swing. Shrugs to the shoulders. He pulls the bat back.
Here we go. Set. Ready. Ball.
And it's going to be a grounder short left as he runs for first. Randy George over there scooping that up.
Solid style
Didn't even
points.
have to lay down.
Style points for Randy George, the all-star shortstop, and that'll end the inning. Titans defense tightened up. They haven't given up a run through the first time through the Tyler Tigers order. It's 2-0 Titans heading to the 3rd.
2-0, and they're going to want to keep inching forward. We'll see if anybody else can get on the board besides Zach Turner for the Titans. And a big thank you out there to Beat Ball Nation. Beat Ball Nation is a NBBA non-affiliated Facebook discussion group representing thousands of beat baseball fans. Go there, watch live games, promote your team's achievements, and engage in a little beat baseball talk. A lot of times some smack talk going down with the community Search Beat Ball Nation on Facebook.
Now, let me tell you something about Beat Ball Nation. It has made a quantum leap in the way that we deliver and cover the sport of beep baseball. It was founded in the spring of 2016, and one of the first things they did was it was a sort of a hub where all of the live streams from teams could be shared or streamed directly in the group. From there, it expanded to become an interactive source between fans and players and members and non-members of the league. We've now got close to 2,000 members in Beep Ball Nation, still going strong, and it is sort of the online resource for all things beep baseball, not only for the players, coaches, but our fans and supporters as well. It's been one of the monumental achievements of media in beep baseball, so we really appreciate Beep Ball Nation's support. Here we go, top of the third, and a new batter in place of Damian Gonzalez. This
We have Wally.
Salahuddin.
And ball a little on the inside. Quick, fast.
Wally came out of the Carolina. The first time I saw Wally, he was playing with the Carolina team called the Carolina Wolfpack, I believe it was.
Just underneath that.
Pronounced Salahuddin, and I practiced it with him earlier. S-A-L-A-H-U-D-D-I-N. Salahuddin.
It's going to be a short pop-up over into left as he runs for third. They're over there trying to grab a hold of it, and that's going to be, again, number 24. Carlos Black with the putout.
Carlos Black has been busy over there on the left short side for the Tyler Tigers. One out, still a 2-0 game. Boy, if runs are going to be at a premium. This reminds me of our first game of the day yesterday between the Comets and the Scrappers. That was a 6-3 final. Here we are 2-0 in the top of the third.
Getting that base check as we have Lamont up for the Titans. He's asking for a repeat on third. And swinging a little bit early.
Beep Ball Nation is also a lead sponsor for our All-Star Showcase event, which will be October 18th and 19th this year in San Antonio.
Nice line drive dropping to the ground over in left mid as he runs for third, doubling back. And then...
Carlos Black again?
No.
No?
Nope, it was Carlos Black again.
He's been busy. I count 4 putouts now in the first 3 innings over there as Jersey keeps going over to the left side and Black keeps denying him. 2 down here in this defensive struggle going on right now. And I saw a defensive struggle earlier this morning that then turned into one of the most exhilarating, exciting 6th innings that we've seen at the tournament so far. BCS and the brand new Boston Strong. BCS was trailing 4-3 heading to the bottom of the 6th with the top of their lineup up. Justin Romack tied it, and then Hillary Oswalt promptly walked it off. And, you know, we are a co-ed sport now maybe more than ever. And in the opinion of this broadcaster, you won't find a better female player in this sport right now than Hillary Oswalt, and probably not in the last 20 years. Right up there with maybe Kalari. And, you know, people see that, and it makes kids, young girls, say, I want to do that. I want to go in, I want to hit and score and win a game for my team. And that's exactly what she did. Sensational. As now
Alfonso Harrell.
we have Harrell. Harrell's was an original Titan and played a year with the Atlanta Chaos.
Just tapping off the inside of the bat and dropping down.
He was on actually that real strong Chaos team that had the likes of Justin Howland and Cody Jeffries. I think you were their play-by-play at one point. You probably remember that.
I do remember that. Again, tipping off that. It's going to go to the center. It looks like it might. No, it's going to be foul. Not quite fair. There's been several of them right there. Can't quite see that final arc from where the angle we have. Alfonso coming back to home plate. Nestor walking him back up.
And as I said yesterday, if anybody is listening to our stream who has any updates to give us on any of the other action going on right now, and you know how to reach one of us, feel free to text or messenger us an update, and we will deliver it to y'all. Here we go.
Quick grip of the bat there. Switching hands and hands to wipe off some sweat. And at the ready. He's going to take a pass here. Stepping back off the plate with his bright red shoes. And just over the top of the bat.
They've gone as far as they can go in this count. It's full.
It's going to be a nice line drive out into left as he runs for first. Past Carlos Black this time. And he is going to be safe as Roy just narrowly misses getting that out. So that's going to be another run up by somebody other than Zach Turner.
So he made the most of that long at bat, ran the count full, and then delivered to the left side. And that time it got by Carlos Black. And so the first run by somebody not named Zach Turner for either team, and it's 3-0 New Jersey. Now this becomes an important out here you want to get. Can't lose contact with a Titan team that's been playing shutdown defense so far.
He's going to have Joey up to bat, left-handed batter as he gets a base check. Feeling home plate. Stepping back off. And bat back up over the shoulder. Just underneath. Getting a nice little bouncing grounder to the right. Barely fair as he runs to first. They're charging for it. He is already there. It's going to be another run for the Titans. Getting, for the first time, more than one run in an inning.
You don't necessarily have to hit it hard to be successful, and that was the equivalent of a beat ball bunt. It was toward the right side of the field, so away from Carlos Black, and very, very short, and he just won the foot race to the base. That is a huge run because that brings Zach Turner back up to the plate.
And he is at the plate and ready. He's pulled his t-shirt sleeve up all the way onto his shoulder. He's got white and camouflage gloves as he listens for that base check.
He is 2 for 2. He, along with the bottom of the Titans order, is doing the damage so far for Jersey.
Getting a nice little step in before he swings for that. Just caught it up tight on the bat. Just rolling off the top of the bat. Back to Nestor. Dropping just on the inside edge of his bat.
All right, now if the pattern keeps here, he'll take this. No guarantee, but...
And that's going to be a strike.
He did not, and that's a strikeout. So that's the end of the inning. 2 more on the board for the Titans, though, thanks to the 5 and 6 batters in their lineup. Harold and DeJesus score. It is 4-0. Top of the lineup coming up for the Tyler Tigers as we go to the bottom of the third.
So are you wondering where you might be able to hear some more about some beat ball, maybe watch some live games, or just to see what's happening out there in the beat ball world? Check in Beat Ball Nation on Facebook. They are a non-NBBA affiliated group discussion that represents thousands of beat baseball fans. So if you want to get an inside scoop on anything happening beat ball wise, check out Beat Ball Nation on Facebook.
Send a request to join if you're not already a member. They'll ask you one question: who are you a fan of, or how are you connected with Beat Baseball? You just answer that question, they will let you in, and you will have all of the content right there at your fingertips. Just scroll around, and there's a little bit of something for everyone. In fact, that nail biter between BCS and the Strong earlier this morning is one game that you can find archived on demand in Beatball Nation in case you want to go and watch it. So they're alive and on demand. It's an archive. I mean, it goes back 8 years. Most of the games that have been streamed in this league at both local tournaments and the World Series can be found by searching around in there. So we invite you to join, and thank you to the head administrator, our admin-in-chief, if you will, Christopher Jackson, and administrators Demetrius Morrow, who's on our NBBA board of directors, Kalari Gertley Jackson, who's also on our board of directors, Christina Smears, and Rich Schultz, Lisa Gilchrist, Brandon Chesser. So it is not an NBBA affiliated group, but there are plenty of NBBA leadership who also help moderate and administer that group. So we invite you to take a look at it, and we thank them for their support. Bottom of the third, top of the Tigers lineup, Rosina.
So we have Timothy up at bat for the Tigers. Have that base check.
Here we go. Ready, ball.
And just over the top of that bat by several inches.
If you miss, you want to miss high, but
Another strike.
the contact has to get better. Tyler is not the fastest team in the league, so but they do have power, so their game is to get the ball in the air.
And
Like
he
that.
did. Nice deep pop up over into left as he runs to first, but you know who's got that. Zach Turner
Good
scooping
play.
that up.
Well, they did everything right there, and Zach Turner still put him out, but that's the idea, is to try to get hits like that. Zach Turner, so far, is having an impact.
24 deep.
We got it. All right, 24 deep. As you heard,
Getting the ball back up as we are going to have Ronald Jordan, left-handed batter for the Tigers. A little bit of readjustment out here on the field defensively. You can see they're all sliding and adjusting over. Moving Lamont clear from center over there over into right. Right behind Alfonso. Zach coming in from deep left over into center.
you're seeing one of the factors that separates some of the more competitive teams from some of the teams that are still on their way, which is mid and deep line defense. Most teams at this tournament have a solid short defender or two, but when you can make plays on balls like that with a Zach Turner out there, that really gives you an edge over some of the competition. And here we go now. Ron Jordan, they're going to get tested maybe on the right field side this time, the big lefty pull hitter.
All right. Here we go. Set. Ready, ball.
And it's going to be a little bouncing grounder, short foul on the right.
Turner now 2 for 3 with a couple of putouts.
50% of their points.
All right. Here we go. Set. Ready, ball.
A little bit tight on the inside, going foul again on the right. Nestor again readjusting Alfonso out in the field.
All right. Here we go. Set. Ready, ball.
And high pop up over into right. It's going to be deep if it stays fair. He's running to first. They're scrambling for it, but he is already at the base.
That's the kind of hit they needed to get him on the board. A no-doubter from Ron Jordan. That's his game there. Hit it high, deep, and over toward that right field line. That's an almost impossible play to make. Tigers on the board. It's 4-1.
Puts Roy Hutchins up to bat, and you can feel the excitement over to our right, getting that run on the board. A lot of cheering. Going to see if they can keep this momentum going.
Sometimes it just takes that first one to loosen you up there, and now they've got it. Still a 3-run game, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Roy Hutchins to the plate.
All the outfield is now readjusted back over to their normal positions there.
And we've got a timeout for a plane. But you know, after the barrage of air traffic that we had in our first game yesterday, it hadn't been so bad, as far as I can tell, the rest of it.
He's getting them just a hair closer to the plate. Just underneath the bat.
Here we go. Ready, ball.
It's going to be a grounder over on the right, and it's going to be foul.
That's the idea. Just need to straighten that out. You know, the Tyler Tigers, we mentioned they finished 10th in last year's World Series. Their highest ever finish at a World Series, I want to say, was 8th back in 2021 in Wichita.
Not yet. Gonna get a new ball here. Coming up to adjust Roy at the plate. Probably wait for that airplane up over the head. It's 4-1 at the bottom of the third. Roy Hutchins up at the plate. Just underneath the swing. Shrugging that off with his shoulders.
Here we go. Ready, ball.
Swinging a little early. That's going to be a strike, and that is also out.
That's a tough strikeout. And now it'll be up to L. Darnell Williams, who had a nice pop-up earlier but got put out by Lamont Bordley. He'll look to extend this inning. They've got 1 in. They'd like to get a couple of more here. Still trailing by 3.
Some more correction up by the pitcher coming up. Tapping him on the shoulder.
We do have a scoreboard update. The Boston Renegades lead the Oklahoma Lookouts 5-0 in the second inning in that 6-11 matchup. Good start for Boston.
Here we go. Ready, ball.
It's going to be a little pop-up right to the catcher. Right in his mitt. Readjusting shoulders, facing the pitcher just a hair more. just tapping off the bottom of the bat.
I have been asked to share, if you are streaming this game from or near the park, we do have a 50-50 raffle going on. Tickets available at the headquarters main tent or at the Indy Thunder bench.
Just underneath, that's going to be a strike. So that is the third out there for the Tigers, sending them back out to the field as the Titans slowly, a little bit more slowly this time, making their way up to their bench. Just a big thank you out there to Jared Reynolds, recognized with his good friend Jaden Price for being an exceptional official at Beat Baseball. Jared this year could not make it to the World Series due to landing a new job, but he has chosen to donate funds to showcasing Beat Baseball at its highest level. The NBBA is fortunate to have such a giving membership, and we all want to say thank you, Jared Reynolds, for your support of Beat Baseball. Tyler Tigers are also a little bit slower this inning, heading back out into the field. Titans hydrating. They're all sitting at their bench, getting plenty of fluids in here, being out here all day in the sun, all day and all week.
And all these teams will be playing a game at 2 o'clock. Well, at least both of these teams. One of them will be playing in a quarterfinal game, and one of them will be playing in an elimination game. This is the first of 2 for both teams today, and this is the first of 2 for us as well.
I was going to have Marvin up at the plate for the Titans, seeing if he can.
Update from the Indy Edge Atlanta Chaos. That's a 3-14 game. Indy Edge 3, Chaos nothing. Going into the third, the Edge are the defending NBBA, 2-time defending world champions. If we get more scores to pass along, we will do so as the games go on. This is when it really counts now, as we're in double elimination. Here we go. Top of the fourth. Titans lead 4-1. Marvin Morgan to lead it off.
Marvin getting a couple slow drags, and now just holding it over the plate. Back up at the shoulder. Oh, just barely missing that. Nice hard hit. It's going to be foul as a line drive over onto the right.
Well, his most solid contact so far today has been foul, unfortunately. He's yet to get real solid contact in fair play, and he's 0 for 2. They need to get Marvin going. He's a big stick in their lineup. However, their defense has more than made up for the difference, only giving up 1 run through the first 10 batters in this game. New Jersey looking good right now. But Tyler can put up runs in a hurry. They've got the power to do it, and they've got LZ Haskett, so you don't want to stop scoring. Keep adding on if you're New Jersey. Especially you're the road team.
Still have some correction out in the field on Tigers. Spotter running back into place. Taking a pass on that. And a strong exhale. Another strong exhale.
I want to thank our social media specialist for the NBBA, John Lykowski Jr., for score updates. He's also running around capturing video and photos.
Catching on the inside, it's going to be a pop-up over in the left, bouncing off Carlos as he runs to first, and he plowing into that base, taking it out just like a football player would.
Well, and that's what they needed. We just talked about getting Marvin Morgan going, and they have, and now it's 5-1 as they get that run right back that Tyler scored in the bottom half of last inning and get their 4-run lead back.
Looking a little bit happier as he comes back this time. Pointing to the bench and then heading in. It's going to have Wally up at the plate for the Titans. I just had some discussion there about having the batter must have their back heel behind home plate.
They'll have time for the plane. Again, the winner of this game will take on the winner of the Gateway Archers and the BCS Outlaws at 2 o'clock this afternoon. We will be back here on Field 12 at 2 o'clock this afternoon for a quarterfinal. And we'll let you know which one that is when we get results in. It will either be the 4-5 or the 3-6 matchup, I can tell you that.
Nice bouncing grounder foul on the left. Coming back up to home. Only got a few steps out. Definitely the heat is much milder this year than our previous years.
And even so far today, it seems like we've had enough little intermittent cloud cover to keep the temperatures down here a little bit.
Just under the bat. I thought it was going to be a little hotter today, but it's maintained enough of a breeze that you don't notice it.
So far, although we are just about at the noon hour.
Wally getting a little tap on that.
Salahuddin just staying alive there. Nobody out top of the fourth. 5-1 New Jersey.
Getting a hold of that, but again, going to be foul on the left. Steve getting a hold of that ball and back to the pitcher's mound.
We understand that the semifinal games in the winner's bracket will be at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I've got to confirm that, but...
Another foul popping up behind him and to the left.
But it may be a very early start for tomorrow for people that want to watch the big games. Right now, that's what the attorney app is showing, is 8 o'clock a.m. for the winner's semifinals. We will have one of them.
It's going to be a grounder on the left just inside as he runs a first, but it's going to be out by Carlos Black again, dominating defensively for the Tigers in that left position.
He's made all the plays really that he's been supposed to make, and when they've had success, Jersey, they've either hit it away from him or hit it hard by him. So that's another big out there. Each one of them now, as they're already trailing by 4, and we get later into this game. Now you got to deal with Bordley and Harrell.
Lamont Bordley up to bat.
Mont has not scored yet in this game, although he is certainly capable of it. Harrell does have one run. And he's on deck.
Deep exhale. Slow drag of the bat across the plate. Swing a little bit early, just missing that. Just a little early again. And again, it's going to be a little early and the ball over the top of the bat. And that's going to be strike out.
That might have been the time to take a pitch there. There wasn't, the contact was not there at all in that at-bat, but that's 2 outs in the inning. And now Harrell, who scored his last time up, started that little rally for the Titans. He'll be up now with 2 outs in this 4-run game. Boy, these balls have held up remarkably well. Manufactured and produced by Fonzie Madrano, the pitcher for the Bayou City Heat, who was a winning pitcher of our game of the day yesterday, our second one, and he's pitching over there right now. Official sponsors for the Beat Baseballs, Cardinal Care and St. Louis Cardinals, Hannigan Team Realty, Major League Baseball Foundation. We really appreciate them.
Just gonna wait for that airplane up there to finish crossing.
As well as our field sponsors for this year, Bill Jones and Sue Slocum, Richard Mark, Ameren, Illinois Power.
Alfonso bringing that bat back up and at the ready. Swinging a little early again. Just over the top of the bat. Just over the top again. It's going to take a pass on that.
That's a good take. All right, now let's see if that makes the contact here on the full count.
Just tipping off and getting at least a little contact there. And that's going to be a strike, and that will be out.
It's a disappointing end to that inning after a promising start with the run by Morgan, a put out, and then 2 back-to-back strikeouts of Bordley and Harrell.
We have
And we're going to
Damian
get
Gonzalez
Damian
back
Gonzalez going to go back in for Salahuddin. Get the young man back in the game as we head to the bottom of the 4th in a 5-1 game. 5-6-1 due up for the Tyler Tigers.
Just a thank you again, another shout out to Jared Reynolds. He was a 2022 National Beat Baseball Association World Series Dan Tracy Award winner. He's recognized with his good friend Jaden Price. Could not be here this year due to landing a new job, so he decided to donate funds showcasing Beat Baseball. The NBBA is very fortunate and thankful to have such a giving membership. And again, thank you, Jared Reynolds, for all of your support and everything you do in the Beat Baseball community. Titans are almost set out in the field already.
It will be Alex Barrera, Carlos Black, and then the top of the order with Tim Chappelle due up for the Tigers. They need to get going here as we head to the second latter part of this game here. Trailing 5-1. Ron Jordan's no doubter was the only tally so far for the Tigers.
It's a 5-1 game. They definitely don't have much chance and opportunity to start altering the outcome of this game. But if there's a time to do it, now is when it is. Having a sound off out in the field from the Titans.
And I just got a note, it's a great day to be an Outlaw. Boy, they're happy. They've won back-to-back games there, BCS, after they didn't participate in last year's World Series.
Field is good. And again, this is Alex Barrera up for the Tigers. Nice hard grounder, short, just barely past run. Nope, Randy scooped it on his back leg to have him out. He kind of laid down on the ground and it went under one leg, and he lowered his back leg and caught it for the out.
Part of being an elite defensive fielder in Beat Baseball is knowing how to position your body and use your body to block and pick up the ball. or to readjust your body into position. And those who can do that, you know, we talk about Eric Rodriguez a lot being one of the best at that. Randy George as well. Solid. 1 out. We got to get the ball off the ground here. The grounders aren't going to work. Now Carlos Black, who's been the defensive ace for the Tigers so far, looking for his first run.
Standing at ease at home plate. Quick shift shoulder to shoulder forward as he rocks at the hips, waiting for that base check. Just on the above inside of the bat. And a grounder almost hitting the pitcher's feet out into center as he runs for first. Past Randy. They're out there. Lamont scrambled, not in time.
Ooh, they snuck it past Randy George. He had to move over a little bit, didn't he?
He had to scooch over, and it was past him. Lamont trying to come up behind him, but that's going to be another run up on the board for the Tigers, something they desperately needed.
And especially out of the bottom of the lineup, because now that brings us back to the top with Chappelle, who banged one last time and got put out by Zach Turner, and then Jordan, who banged one last time to right field and scored. So here comes Tyler now, 5-2. Heart of their order coming up, still only 1 out. This may be their opportunity. And the Titans defense is going to want that one back because that was a grounder up the middle. It was hard hit, but a grounder up the middle, that's a play that needs to be made as we get deeper into this tournament. And the games only increase in intensity and importance.
And they're only going to get more tired as the week goes on. They're going to want to get all these now.
Hey, Joey, where are you guys at?
Nice little bouncing short grounder into left.
That's
Randy
George
coming up
all
on it
day.
as he runs.
Yeah.
Yep, they have that out easy.
You don't want to dribble balls to Randy George. And that's exactly what happened. So that's 2 outs now, and that brings up Ron Jordan. 1 for 2 is Ron. Well, you'd like to get 1 or 2 more here if you're the Tigers here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ron Jordan up.
Well, you got to be fairly happy with your defense. For the most part, the runs that the Titans have scored, they've earned, either with Zach Turner's speed or just with solid pops. Tyler's defense has played pretty well, but it's a 5-2 ball game. The Titans' defense has been better.
Again, Ron is their left-handed batter, getting that okay check out in the field and our base check. See if Ron can repeat.
Yeah, he's hit the best ball of the game so far.
And again, another one. High pop out mid to deep left as he runs for first. They're scrambling. Damian's after it, but no, that's going to be another run. He did duplicate.
How about it? Ron Jordan doing Ron Jordan things, and here come the Tigers. It's 5-3 now. Jordan 2 for 3 in the game.
He's going to have Roy Hutchins up to bat, trying to carry that momentum. Defense repositioning back after Ron's batting. Going to set themselves back up. Nestor hollering out to his field that this is a pop. Just barely underneath the ball. taking a deep exhale. I'm going to take a time. And again, way out in the distance, out in the outfield across the highway, there's also not only the big jets, but there's a couple remote controlled planes flying around in the air out there.
A couple of those drones.
I don't know. Ooh, just catching a taste of that.
Or are we talking like
I think they're just the
model
remote,
airplanes?
like model. Yeah, they're like doing aerial dances and
I
maneuvers.
see.
Here we go. Set, ready, ball.
And it's going to be underneath and a strikeout. That's going to bring Titans back up.
Well, 2 in the inning, and now Tyler's defense just has to lock down. They've closed the gap to 2 runs here, so they cut it in half in that inning. It is 5-3 New Jersey, heading to the 5th.
Heading to the 5th, we want to say thank you to Major League Baseball's Fantasy Camp for Kids. Founded in 2008 by Jeremy Flug with the help of Major League Baseball and several participating teams, Fantasy Camps for Kids has given more than 3,000 kids with special challenges a chance to improve their baseball skills, helping them gain the confidence on and off the field while giving them a chance to improve the skills with their local teams. Again, thank you to them. Also part of the sponsors for those more than 250 beat baseballs that we need to host the World Series. Tigers getting set up out in the field in clusters right now. A spotter positioning them.
Joey DeJesus scheduled to lead it off, and then the top of the order for the Titans with Turner and Morgan. And those 3 players have accounted for 4 of the 5 runs for the Titans in this game.
Standing back off a home plate as he lets the pitcher practice a couple tosses there, try to stay limber.
David. David, wake up. What's up? What's up? Where's your wife?
Hey, you guys are right here by the live stream having a conversation.
Shut her out.
Go.
We're live streaming.
Joey DeJesus leading it off as we try to clear our booth area a little bit of spectators and so forth.
Field is almost set. He's waiting patiently. Left-handed batter. Still have a vehicle behind us.
Yeah,
Has
it's
a
not.
gentle hum.
I'm not sure that the players can hear it. We certainly can behind our table as we're back here behind the scorer's table and home plate.
Getting a hand set up at the front of home plate as it
I don't know if
steps
they
off.
heard you or not, because that vehicle just shut off back there.
Just over the top of the swing. Jordan asking if they were good with the plane. It's going to be a pop-up over into tight on right. Going to go foul. He was already almost to the third base, but that is foul. Nestor walking Joey back up to the plate. Bat positioning to the plate and back up at the ready. Just over the top of the swing. Shrugging his shoulders back a little bit with an exhale. And getting a nice little grounder into center as he runs to third. It got past the first line. They're coming back up. Oh, Roy just narrowly missing that. It's going to be safe. for Joey.
Got it past that first line, and that's been the secret to success for New Jersey, is to try to get it past either Chappelle or Black. They managed to do that there. That's a huge run out of the 6th spot in the lineup, and I believe that is Joey DeJesus' second of the game.
Yeah,
Tied for the lead now with Zach Turner, who's up to bat now, and there's one of those runs they got back, so it's 6-3.
Might not be a huge inning where they're putting on a lot of runs every inning, but they're just slowly inching forward and maintaining that lead.
And that's what you have to do, because Tyler is the home team, so they've got the last at-bats in the game. So Jersey doing what Jersey needs to do. Now their most dangerous hitter at the plate. Scored his first 2 times out, struck out his last time.
A little bit on the inside and low. Another strike. It's going to be a grounder over into center to
This is a foot race for
right as he
Zena.
runs for the. They miss the ball and he's safe.
You only get one shot with Zach Turner. You make one mistake and you're going to lose the play, and that's exactly what happened. Zach Turner 3 for 4. Probably the leader for player of the game right now, both on offense and defense. And there's the 2 that they gave up. Now they've gotten back to that 4-run lead, matching their largest of the game.
Yep, they had 2 also in the 3rd, and now they have 2 here in the 5th. Let's see if they can inch forward and make it 3 with Marvin Morgan up at the plate. Last time he ran and he hit first base, plowing into that like a true football player.
Still nobody out. Is this the inning where New Jersey really drops the hammer? Marvin Morgan scored his last time up. He is 1 for 3.
It's going to be a pop dropping into middle left as he runs for first. Oh, they fell over, and it's going to be too late. He is safe again. Now they're up, the highest scoring inning for them now.
3 straight runs. That's the first time that either team in this game has put 3 straight runs together. That will make it 8-3. Still nobody out, and the Titans starting to pull away here.
We do have Damien back up at bat. Last time he was up, had that collision over running towards first. So it's back in the game and back up to bat. Left-handed hitter for the Titans. Short little exhale there by Damien. Speaking with the pitcher. Nice line drive over into center as he runs for third, past the first. Oh, bounced off of his feet, and they're scrambling. He is going to be safe. Another one. 4.
So, the young man bounces back from the collision in the first inning. He came out of the game for a few minutes, back in, and he scores right there. That's 4 in a row.
We might have
on
an
the board.
injury out in the field. Jordan going out to check. But finally, Carlos is just now getting up.
He's been a busy man. He is. Carlos Black has been busy in
called
this
the
game.
time. I'm going to go out to check on him as he's walking back to his position.
Got a scoreboard update. We had mentioned that the BCS Outlaws had won 2 games in a row. However, that's in serious jeopardy now as the Gateway Archers lead 12-0 in that game. The Archers are the 2 seed in the tournament, looking good as the hometown favorites.
He's trying to walk that off. Doing some checking there with the spotter. It's just standing in position now. Trying to see if we're going to have any changes. We have some more volunteers heading out onto the field from the Tigers team.
I'm looking to see if we have an update on the Chicago-Austin game. That's the 8-9 matchup. That should be a real nail-biter. Nothing so far.
What kind of sauce is that?
Cane sauce. It's yummy.
When we do come back up, we will have Lamont Bordley will be up he's doing a couple practice swings at home plate while we wait for the timeout from the Tigers.
Hey guys, I got to caution you again. You're about 5 feet away from the live stream.
Thanks, DB. Ram, dude. Keep
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and we are still in an injury timeout. Again, we're not in a booth. We are in an sort of open broadcast table here, which is very nice. Equipment being provided and production work being provided by Live Event Productions, Graham Mathena, and our cameraman, Cam. Cam the cameraman. Thank you all very much. I'm David Benny, alongside Rosina Foster. The Public Relations Director for the NBBA is Richie Flores, Tournament Director Cassie Hopkins, and the President of the National Beat Baseball Association is Jerry Wendell.
I'm just finishing a few discussions, Carlos, out there with the pitcher.
I have been asked to pass along a note that if you are in or near the park listening to this broadcast and you are a member of the NBBA who has not picked up your voter token to vote in the elections, you still have today to do that. They are available at the headquarters tent. Polls close at 8 o'clock this evening. So if you want to do that and you haven't yet and you're listening, go on ahead and pick up your token from Cassie Hopkins or Jamie Simpson. Also, there's a 50-50 raffle going on here at the park. Tickets available at the headquarters tent or at the Indy Thunder bench. Find Rayleigh Holly or Kara Woodard.
Okay, this is Lamont up, and we do have that clear on the field and base check. Pop up. It's going to be into left short as he runs for first. They're scrambling up to get it. He's already knocking that base over. That's going to be another run. It's becoming just a bleed for the Titans.
And they are coming in now. I have now 5 straight runs in the game, as they are threatening to roll right through this order, much like the Bayou City Heat did yesterday when they took control of that game against Boston. They scored 6 straight runs. The Titans have opened up here with 5 straight.
Right, that happened right after that long out over the discussion.
Yep.
On the ball on the hands.
Sure did. That was one of the more interesting games that I have seen in a while, the one we covered yesterday between the 5 and the 6.
So this is Alfonso. Pop up over into left mid as he's running to third. They're going to recover that. That is going to be out. They are going to try to stop that.
So they stopped the run at 5, as that was
Carlos
again.
Basically dominating their defense.
So that's the good news, is the run is over. It's 5 in a row now come to an end. There's 1 out in the inning. The bad news is that it's 10-3 Jersey. And now you've got the hot Joey DeJesus with the even hotter Zach Turner on deck.
Joey's going to step back off of the plate as Jordan goes out to check the gloves that are on the field.
DeJesus has scored his last 2 times up at the plate. And he led off this inning. He started all of this drama.
Let's see if he keeps it going. Again, feeling his glove along the front of home plate and then stepping back. And just high over the bat. Just under the outside edge of the bat. getting into the middle of it, but dropping down. And just over the top of the bat, that is going to be a strike. But we do have Zach Turner coming up.
So that's 2 outs now. Back-to-back outs. They're on the verge of getting out of this, but they're going to have to earn it now. 3 for 4 is Zach Turner on the day.
Have a plane going on overhead as we get a check in the field.
Well, I hope I didn't jinx us earlier. I had said that the air traffic that was sort of a barrage yesterday morning had cleared up. Now we've had a lot more of it again this game here. And that's okay. I mean, these aren't lengthy timeouts. This sure beats heat delays and dead ball delays and all of that. We've hardly had any dead balls this entire tournament that I've seen. It's amazing.
They've been lasting remarkably well.
Really wonderful. The fields help with that too. You know, the fields aren't as hard. It's easier on the balls.
It's going to be a little grounder short left just inside the line as he runs for third. And he is safe. It didn't even look like they were coming running for that one. So that was an easy run for Zach.
You wonder if maybe, I mean, Zach is fast as the dickens anyway, but you wonder sometimes if the ball comes to rest on the speaker down in the grass, it's really hard to hear because, like you said, not a whole lot of movement there, and that's the kind of base runner where you got to be up on that ball immediately to even have a chance. That's the 6th run of the inning, 11th run of the game now for Jersey. It is 11-3.
Top of the 5th.
Here in the 5th.
With Marvin coming up. I had a quick shirt change there before he comes up to the plate. Bat up on home plate. Marvin adjusting his feet. Bat over and up the shoulder. Oh, about swung himself clean around.
And his pitcher talking to him too. I don't think he liked the balance there on that. A hard swing is great, but you got to shift your weight and keep your balance, otherwise you're going to lose your power anyway.
Just underneath the bat as it
And
comes
that's an
flying
error
past.
on me. That was a play I should have picked up with my left hand as it passed by my chair, and I just totally missed it.
It was a nice reach, though. Marvin resting easy, probably going to pass, and taking that pass. And just underneath that's going to be and a bee buzzing by our ump, Jordan. Getting more correction from the pitcher, Steve.
Yeah, he wants to open his stance up a little bit.
And that's going to be a strike, and that is going to change out that batting for the Titans as they head out into the field.
That was a damaging inning, though, for the New Jersey Titans. They scored 6, and they've opened up an 8-run lead now. Going to the bottom of the 5th, 2 at-bats left for the Tyler Tigers now. Try to get back into this.
They are going to have to do massive amounts of work to recover those runs from the Titans. And again, we have mentioned that we have not been going through as many balls. They've been lasting remarkably well. And just a thank you out there to all our sponsors that helped with the balls. Cardinals Care, St. Louis Cardinals, Hannigan Realty, and especially a big thank you to Major League Baseball's Fantasy Camp for Kids Foundation, helping more than 3,000 kids with special challenges have a chance to improve their baseball skills. They were founded in 2008 by Jeremy Flug with the help of Major League Baseball and several participating teams, and just getting those kids out there a chance to play some ball and to sharpen their skills. So thank you for that. Do have Titans taking the field, almost set already. Sun is high in the sky here in St. Charles, Missouri. Temperature's starting to heat up, but we do still have a little bit of a breeze.
First of two today that we will have for you. Another one coming up at 2 o'clock, a quarterfinal bracket, winner's bracket game.
Now, I was not out here quite as early this morning, so I'm not sure how much dew or moisture was on the grass this morning for those early games, but it seems completely dry now. But again, it is still so thick that the balls are not moving once they hit much.
Bottom of the lineup up here, 4, 5, and 6. L. Darnell Williams leading it off for Tyler, chasing 8.
And getting a touch on that. It's going to be short and foul.
L. Darnell's best chance to score is going to be to get some air under the ball. It's not the most fleet of foot anymore.
Asking to hold the ball up, see if they can hear it. And calling for a new ball out in the field.
And that's fair. We haven't had a request for a ball change, I think, yet this game. If we have, maybe it's been one.
We have had one ball change out, but I don't think it was a request. I'm pretty sure it was obvious. Oh, much stronger sound there.
That is what a brand new Fonzie beep ball sounds like, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've noticed, from the old balls that we used to use that were made by the Denver Beep Ball Group, the Telecom Pioneers, this has a slightly lower pitch of a beep to the ball.
Darnell back up with bat.
I believe they are also a little bit lighter.
High pop up into short right. See if that stays fair.
Stay
He
fair,
runs
stay
to third.
fair, it will.
And it is, and he has him out.
Oh, what a play over in the corner.
That was Alfonso Harrell on the line. They are coming to scoop that up. Alfonso Harrell.
Harrell makes the play. He becomes the 4th Titan to make a putout in this game, and that's a big one there on the right field side. That was a good hit by Williams. I thought he was going to score, and then Harrell got there. He grabbed it.
Just got up there. It was just inside the line, but he came right up. This is going to have Alex up to bat for the Tigers. Nestor moving and adjusting. A couple more defensive players again.
And with each out recorded by the Titans defense, they know they're getting one step closer to victory.
Going to be foul on the right. Here, coming off the edge of the bat.
Got a score update. Chicago 8, Austin 4, bottom of the 5th. Thanks to Melshawn Ellis for that score update. That is the 8-9 game. Comets looking good.
Just tipping off the back of that and almost hitting the cameraman. Opening them back up to the pitcher. And hard practice swing there by Alex. And high up over the swing. Just over the top of the swing again, and that's going to be an out for Alex and the Tigers. Desperate to get some runs up on the board in this inning.
The winner of this game will take on the Gateway Archers, the 2 seed, who are in the 12-run rule now against BCS.
This will have Carlos, their star defensive player, for this game up at the home plate. Slow drag across the plate. Getting a taste of that as it's foul on the left.
Carlos Black did score his last time up. He's got one of the 3 Tiger runs. Ron Jordan has the other 2.
Digging his feet in as he steps just a hair off of home plate. And it's going to be a nice solid grounder out and down. Oh, Randy George scooping that very quickly.
Excellent
stretched
play.
out, pulling it back down to his body, and easy out there.
Excellent play. That's a championship caliber play there by the Randy George.
I got 21.
We have a sub.
Lloyd for Marvin Morgan on the DH.
Lloyd will come in from Morgan, and it looks like, I believe Morgan made the last out, so he would be 6th to bat if we get that far.
21 for number 3.
So Lloyd is a rookie.
The out now was number 11, short.
So again, that substitution, Corey Lloyd coming in.
That won't affect him on defense. That is the designated hitter spot.
So we have Tigers heading back out into the field as we start the top of the 6th. And again, a special thank you out there to Hannigan Realty. Their mission is to serve people at a world-class level and volume such that when they are presented with an opportunity to help make things right, they have the power, influence, talent, and finances to do so. They want to change the physical and social landscape of greater St. Louis. That is thank you to Hannigan Realty.
And Andy Hannigan is a big Beep baseball fan. Of course, he's a huge Gateway Archers fan, homer that he is, but he has done a lot for Beep baseball in the last couple years, including sponsoring the All-Star Showcase event coming up October 18th and 19th this year in San Antonio, Texas. That is not a league-sanctioned event, but it has become one of the more popular events of the season. We will be taking 32 of the best Beep baseball players from around the country and playing 3 All-Star games in San Antonio, October 18th and 19th.
We'll have Damian Gonzalez, left-handed batter, up for the Titans.
Top of the 6th now, and after they scored 6 runs in the top of the 5th, they held Tyler without any runs in the bottom of the 5th, and now Jersey in their last at-bats really has a chance to maybe put this on ice.
Getting a taste of it as it pops up foul to the left.
Damian 1 for 2. He was out on that interference call in the first inning where there was a collision with Tim Chappelle, and then he scored his last time up.
Nestor's walking Damian back up as he had a nice slow curve after the foul call and headed back towards home plate. Slow release of the breath at home plate. Just over the top of the bat. Taking a pass. Slowly bringing that bat back up. Nice solid line drive, dropping to a grounder past Tim as he runs towards third. Oh, they've got him out. Let's see, he was backed up by Roy Hutchins, I believe, out there with the out. Yep, Roy Hutchins just got past Tim with quite a bit of speed on the ground this time.
Good team defense, though, backing him up. Everybody's got to be ready to make a play when called upon, and he made that one. That is good for Tyler if they want any chance in the bottom of the sixth of making a comeback here in this game, already down 8. You can't give up much more.
This is Lamont. Waiting for Steve to head back up to the pitcher's mound. I got first and third. I'm just tipping off the top of the bat.
Appreciate Jersey Mike's for providing sandwiches for us yesterday, and Emo's Pizza for providing pizza at the opening ceremonies. They are really doing it up for us here in St. Louis, Missouri. So far, so good.
And it's going to be a hard foul to the left. Between all the food and the special people that have stopped in.
Jackie Joyner Kersey throughout the first pitch for the Wool game on Monday. And Reginald Wilson sung the national anthem for us. And we're not done yet. There's going to be a St. Louis Cardinals game on Friday night that a lot of people are going to be going to.
And it's going to be an out for Lamont.
2 up, 2 down here in the 6th. And it's up to Alfonso Harrell. He's scored a run. I do believe every batter in the Titans order has scored at least 1 run today. Zach Turner is their leader with 3.
Setting up at home plate. Practice hard swing there. Getting a hold of that. It's going to be close to the line on the left as he runs,
play.
but that
Nice.
is Carlos easily sliding over there, scooping it in his hands and pulling it down to the body.
Style points. Style for Carlos Black. I thought that was going to be a tough play, and all of a sudden he slid over there and made the play anyway. So last chance for the Tyler Tigers. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Hold them and go on to the quarterfinals for the Titans. Titans lead 11-3.
Again, another last sponsor for this game. We say thank you to all those sponsors that help us supply our 250 beat baseballs, Cardinals Care and St. Louis Cardinals, Major League Baseball, funding for our Kids of Our League program, shirts and other giveaways, and especially Hannigan Realty. Hannigan Realty with Andy Hannigan, serving people at a world-class level and wanting to change the physical and social landscape of the greater St. Louis. Hannigan Realty.
They can help you find a house, too, if you're looking for one in this area.
I want to be here so you'll be square for next year's World Series. Titans are almost already completely set out in the field, anticipating this final part of this inning.
I can tell you that it appears, and we thought this last year, but I think I can tell you now that we're going to have a Heat versus Fire matchup in the quarterfinals in the 4-5 game.
Heat
and
Fire.
that would be our game of the day.
Fire brings heat. Have that base check.
Boy, that would be a barn burner if that's the one that we end up covering, and I believe I can say confidently now that it is.
Is it Tim up for bat? Popping solid over on the right. Retapping home plate with the bat. High pop-up out into center, deep as he runs to third. They're scrambling. Lamont's after him, but he's tackling the base, and that's going to be a run.
Good start for the Tigers. They need a lot more of that, but they'll take that to lead off of the inning. And from their leadoff batter, Chappelle, it is now 11-4.
And Ronald Jordan up to bat.
He's got half of their runs. He has scored his last 2 times at the plate.
He stepped off. Now he's stepping back up a hair closer to the plate. Resetting up.
Yeah, good hit, man.
Entire defensive outfield is now adjusting towards the right.
I am, Jordan.
Hard swing there by Ron as he's waiting at home plate for the defense to finish setting up. They are anticipating.
Ron Jordan, we talked about that All-Star Showcase. He got an invitation 2 years ago and parlayed that into an automatic invitation as a top performer last year, so he's been there twice. I'd say he's got a decent chance of getting back, although there's so many great players around this league. It's hard to find 32 of the best. I am chair of that selection committee, and you guys do not want my job, believe me.
Just catching an edge of that.
Jordan could put 2 on the board with 1 swing. If he gets a hold of one, I know I've seen him do it.
And it's going to be a strike. Nice pop-up out into deep centers. He runs for third.
Just landed.
Damian's turned right back around to go get it. It is safe.
That's tough. That one hung up there for quite a while, and you don't have more than a couple of seconds once it hits the ground to make a play on it. Good hit for Jordan. Tyler with 2 on the board to lead off the inning. It's 11-5 now. Still 3 outs to work with. We saw Cleveland make a little bit of a rally late in yesterday's game before Chicago shut it down. Oh, they may be a dead ball.
Be a debate.
It may be a dead ball. Let's see.
Jordan is heading out there.
You are allowed to make a play on a dead ball. You are allowed to touch a dead ball. The only way they'll take it away from you is, if you grab it and start beating it into the ground and it starts beeping again, but ordinarily the disadvantages to the defense there. They turn the base on so that it's under the same conditions that the play was under, and then the umpire will stand over the ball and see if he or she can hear it emitting any sound.
Yes, sir!
And the
safe.
call is a run.
They're saying he is safe.
He is safe. So apparently she could hear it doing something in the grass, even with the base on, and that is to determine it. What kind of noise was it making, Jordan?
Here, I'll show you.
We're going to hear the audience what an almost dead ball sounds like. Yeah, it's tough in that grass.
Here you go.
Yep, there it
just a
is. That's what it
tiny
sounds
bit of a
like.
beat.
Almost dead, but not quite. Boy, good luck getting a pin back in that baby.
Oh, I know.
They'll get a new ball into play, and that's just bad luck for the defense there. That's the right call. You heard that the sound was greatly diminished, plus thick grass, plus a base on. That's hard to hear, but she made the right call. It was obviously still emitting a beep.
This is Roy Hutchins up for Tigers.
Well, you got 3 outs to work with, and now the margin is down to 6, so you just like to keep the line moving. As the late, great Ed Farmer, former color commentator of the Chicago White Sox, used to say, keep the line moving.
I can go to it, actually.
We're going to have a hold as we go get some more
need some
balls.
We're going to run and grab some balls here and get back to action. We've gone through a couple, but the balls have held up very well.
Again, thank you to all our volunteers as well who are out here this week with us, whether it's for a game, a day, or the entire week. Running water, moving umpires and scorekeepers for us. We really appreciate that.
We could not do this without our volunteers, umpires, scorekeepers, base judges, base operators, tournament administration team, and of course, our great sponsors. Now we're back into action here. See if Hutchins can keep this rally going.
And it's going to be a strike. And just underneath the bat.
Hey! We need quiet! There's a game going on! Thank you!
And there's a lot of sound going on behind us. I'm not sure why. But some of the teams, I think, have gotten
Finished
done
their
playing.
games and they're headed back
They're coming
over.
in there to get their lunch before their 2 o'clock games.
Just underneath the bat.
Of course, this game is played by ear, literally by sound, so you need as much quiet as possible.
Just underneath it, that is going to be a strike. Rough for the Tigers.
Yeah, you don't want to give any away here. You can't steal first or third base and beat baseball, and so strikeouts are never good, especially when you're playing catch-up. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Titans 2 outs away from advancing in the winner's bracket.
Darnell Williams up for the Tigers.
And this is who you would want up to bat in a situation like this. He's been in World Championship games. He's been playing in the World Series for better than 30 years. Matter of fact, he was on that 1990 Chicago Bluffs team that placed second to Darnell Booker and Ron Brown and Jerry Wendell's Indy Eagles. That's how far back he goes.
And ask for quiet up in the pavilion behind us. Getting a repeat on the base check. Getting a taste of that, bouncing on the ground center just past the pitchers. He
Is a
runs
foot
to third.
race.
Alfonso going for it, and he has it. Alfonso Harrell coming.
Number 6,
That is
short.
his second put out of the game today, as they're spreading the love around on defense a little bit between George and Turner and Harrell and Bordley. Just a really good defensive effort. Other than one ball on the ground up the middle, the Tyler Tigers have scored all of their runs basically on high, hard-hit balls.
This brings Alex up to bat. Alex Barrera.
This kind of defense is going to bode well in their next game if they hang on here against the Gateway Archers, who are just loaded with skill and speed on that roster.
Getting a high on it. It pops up short and foul on the right.
This is the last chance now for the Tyler Tigers, still trailing by 6. This was a close game until a 6-run
In the fifth.
5th inning for the New Jersey Titans broke it open, and right now that 6 runs is the difference.
Alex back up with the bat over the shoulder. Got another short pop-up to the right. Foul.
Again, the loser of this game is not eliminated from the tournament. It's double elimination, so they will drop down to the other side of the bracket, and they will have a game to try to play their way back into the winner's bracket. But boy, it's just such a long road. For instance, if you keep winning, if you win both of your games today in the winner's bracket, you got one game tomorrow. If you win that, you don't play till Friday. If you win that, you don't play till Saturday.
And just over the top of the bat.
Down to their last strike now. So the bottom line is the road to the championship is a lot shorter if you keep on winning.
Hard practice swing by Alex. Getting a touch of that as it goes foul on the left this side.
Our Hannigan Team Realty Player of the Game, I'm going to go Zach Turner right now with 3 runs and a couple of putouts. And an honorable mention right now for Tyler, certainly Carlos Black,
Carlos
with a
Black
run
was
and
good.
several putouts on defense.
And a high pop-up deep into center as he runs for first. Lamont running for it. Damien also, but he's going to get another run.
So the Tigers not ready to go down just yet. Extend the game a little bit more here. It's 11-6 now with 2 outs. Titans still looking for that final out. And now we're back to, speaking of whom, Carlos Black. And this is a key spot now here because you've got Chappelle and Ron Jordan waiting to bat next if he can extend this game. 3 in the inning now as the Tigers have doubled their output from the first 5 here in the 6th.
Digging that back foot into the ground for some traction and a shrug of the shoulders. Oh, and it right on the ground and hitting the pitcher right in the feet. Elsie getting nailed right in the front ankles. No way he could get out of the way.
Well, and I don't know that you wanted that ground ball right up the middle. George would have probably slid right over in front of that and picked it up. And so, not saying Elsie didn't get out of the way on purpose, but it might have worked out for the best. That's the first time I think he's been hit today. He usually takes some shots. I've seen Elsie take some absolute shots, including, you remember the long ball competition a couple years ago when Ron Jordan nailed him I think that was in Beaumont, Texas. Right at the
years
start
ago.
of that competition.
Yeah, he was out almost for the entire until it came back at the very end. It's going to be a strike. Just slow drag over the plate. High pop up. Going to be short and center, bouncing around Alfonso, but he's got it and he's out. That is going to be the game. Alfonso taking that ball and throwing it down into the ground.
So tighten up for the New Jersey Titans, and they tighten up the victory here and move on to the winner's bracket quarterfinals with an 11-6 victory over the Tyler Tigers. Again, I'm going to nominate for your Hannigan Team Realty Player of the Game, Zach Turner, the leadoff hitter, 3 runs and a couple of big putouts for the Titans.
An excellent defense there by Carlos.
4 runs.
So that is the game. That's going to be 11-6 Titans. Please stay tuned for our next game of the day. We will be right here on field 12.
They said thank you.
She says 4 runs. We'll see if we can make that official. But either way, he had 3 or 4 runs and a couple of putouts, and so a good job there. We will be back for a winner's bracket quarterfinal game at 2 o'clock Central Time. So come back and join us then.